Hey Toga Brothers, it's Sean. So I have a wiring harness here and a wiring harness here. This is called a T harness, and it looks like a T when you see all the connections. Guys, I have to say this every video now because planes fly over my apartment right over there. And that window, they literally fly right overhead. Now, because I'm not ATC, I can't tell them you can't fly here. So you guys are just going to have to deal with it. Okay? So what I have to do is disconnect the Amazon ordered factory to aftermarket radio harness, which was previously installed for me. Unfortunately, the T harness I bought for the aftermarket doesn't have, let me explain this. And you can see this visually. You see the difference? One is fatter, one is thinner. Thinner, what a weird. You guys see that? It's really supposed to be like this, but you see that? Okay. Now, I have to connect, I have to physically cut this connection here, physically cut all these here, okay, pretty much here, splice them from here into here, so this connection will go in the back of the head unit and all these will work. So, that's what I have to do. Now, this is electrical tape, which works in a pinch. Now, I suggest that you do that if you have wires that will be exposed. Now, the way that they did this is the way that they would have professionally done it if they had wires exposed and all that, okay? So, we have to unwind all of these. I have to pull off these labels so that I know what I'm doing. Okay, which was basically done from the factory. Now, your speaker wires are all pretty standard, all right? Your power wire, your ground wire, and your positive cable is all going to be the same on your harnesses. What's going to change are the other colors, what they mean, okay? Okay, so this is what it looks like with the tape all pulled off. And this is what the harness looks like. You see that? Now, we need to disconnect all these and splice them into this one. So, what we're going to do is take two tools, which I suggest that you grab or buy. One of them is going to make your life very easy. It is a automatic wire stripper, okay? See this? It will strip it as it cuts it, right at the ends, okay? And you need a wire cutter like this. So, what we're going to do is we're going to cut the aftermarket side to all of the other OEM side as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the ones I know that are correct. So we're going to cut this one. We're going to cut this one. That's one of the speaker wires. We're going to cut this one, and we're gonna cut this one, which is another speaker wire, okay? Remember, these are all standard. I'm gonna cut this one, and I'm gonna cut this one, another speaker wire, and purple. Now let me explain something to you. Do you see how this is solid purple, and this is solid purple with a black stripe? They do that so one is your positive, one is your negative. Now, there's 4 of them because you have a right front, right rear, left rear speaker. Okay, those are all cut. Don't have to worry about them. 2, 4, 6, 8, yes. Okay. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is just cut them off of here. And actually, if I just put them all in a line, I can cut them all off simultaneously. Those off there, and those off there. All right. Now I need to leave some of these connected because they are, all right, so yes, that one is my battery. We'll cut that one off. And then I'll cut that one off there, so it's out the way. It's my ignition accessory. Cut that one off. And then this is my ground. Yes. Okay. There is my wiring harness all cut. Okay. I don't need these ones because they're already pre-connected to my other ones. Alrighty. So, what I need to do is find where these cables are. Okay. And in doing so, what I need to do is make sure that I have the right connection. So yellow is pretty constant, consistent, so we're gonna cut that. I'm gonna strip that right about there, okay? Right about there. Now, what I'm gonna do is leave it like that because I'm going to take my harness, get all these wires situated. Okay. I'm going to find the end and cut it. Okay. Just twist it like this. And actually, if you want to be pretty efficient. Put it in like a spade and twist them together, okay? Oh, right. I forgot. We're going to crimp them. Okay? So, what we're going to do is take this end and find a butt connector and crimp that. And I'll show you how to do this. Take off my tool chest. Grab all of my... Ooh, I need the electrical tape as well. Forgot about that part. Okay. And I should have red ones as well. I have spare red wire. That's good. I have to find where I put the red ones, you guys. Because I have red butt connectors. But someone didn't make this easy to find. Pointing fingers at myself. So it's probably in my bedroom. I think that it will work if I use the blue one for the power wire, because it's a thicker gauge wire, and I use the other one for the other ones. Alright, here we go. This is what I'm talking about, folks. Right here. You also need a crimping tool to crimp this together. And I'll show you what that looks like. Because you're going to need it in the future eventually. And I suggest you invest in a good one. Now, I have 4 of them, so... Okay. Here's a crimping tool, right? The reason I prefer these two is it color codes them at the top for you, so you don't have to guess. Alrighty. So, we're going to take... And this is what a butt connector looks like. Okay? It has little things at the end inside there. It's going to grab the wire. You're going to put this in there like that. And you're going to find the red one and crimp in the center so that it grabs it. Okay? Then you're going to take your new side, right? And you're going to insert that. I suggest you twist this so that it's straight, okay? And insert that into your butt connector. Now, you're going to squeeze that. so it maintains a connection. Okay. That's pretty good, pretty solid. Now, we're going to find the other connections that are same. So, what I need to do is find the ground cable, cut that off, right? Let me explain something. It doesn't make sense to cut a lot of it because when you add the butt connector, you're not going to have a lot of space. So cut where you have the butt connector as close as you can so that you have a lot to work with. You see that? Look where I'm cutting. Here's the tip. There's the butt connector. You see I have that little gap? Plenty of space. Okay? You're going to take your wire crimpers or your wire strippers, put that in there. And expose your ground wire. Okay? Again, you're going to find a butt connector, put that in there. Now, if it's too long, I suggest you cut the tip of it. Don't have to cut too much, just that much. See that? It's not a lot. Okay? But you want enough so that it goes in there and makes contact. Okay. All right. Now, we find the original one and cut that wire because I'm not using this one. Remember. And now, you see how this process goes? It's a very timely and lengthy process, but once you do it, it will all work. Okay, so I have battery and ground, and now we need to find the red wire. Okay, so unfortunately, well, I'm going to take that off. We're going to strip the red wire. Like that. Okay. And on my new one, take out the red wire. Cut it. And strip it. You see how lengthy this is? Okay. And you're going to have a lot of trash left over, so clean up your area. Okay. Take a butt connector. Put it in there. Don't jam it in there. Gently feed it in there. Otherwise, what's going to happen is your wire ends are going to end up being frayed and you won't get a good established connection. and that's not what you want, okay? Okay, that's in there pretty good. So, we have my power wires, basically, okay? And these are all my speaker wires, so we can kind of hold them together. And then these are my other wires, okay? So, I have the power now connected. These are my speaker wires, okay? Let's get those connected first. But first, let's cover the power wire section. The reason I'm doing this is eventually I'm going to tape them all together like you would see inside your car when you pull them all out and you see a big group and clump of wires together, okay? It's going to prevent them from coming undone. That's the main reason they tape them and they wrap them, okay? Okay. All right, so I need scissors to cut this tape. So, as you can see, you're going to need a few tools that you have around the house. But you're also going to need to buy a few special tools in either Walmart, an auto shop place, like AutoZone, Advance Auto, Amazon, whatever. Okay? Now,